Things are not going well for Ubisoft. Here's another reason why they're not doing well, even though they're saying that they are doing well. Ubisoft insists XDefiant is absolutely not dying despite 94% Xbox player count loss. So this game, they're saying, is doing okay. It's not dying. It's just fine. The reason they're saying that is because their stocks are bleeding and the company is not in a good place. Skull and Bones was a failure. This game is a failure. Star Wars Outlaws is a failure. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably going to be a failure. Maybe it won't be. But they've been doing some damage control. Just like with this article, they're saying everything is fine. They're trying to act like everything is fine with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, there's no problem with the Japanese market. They love the game. Love the game. They even put this article out when was this, last week? This came out, or earlier this week? It wasn't that long ago. The New York Times posts this article. They're trying to damage control. They're saying Japan's fine with it. Look, we've got a Japanese consultant to talk about the game and say that everything is fine over there. But then people look into the consultant, and we find out that the person that Ubisoft and New York Times used in their little attack on critics article with the New York Times was a Sweet Baby Inc. employee. You can't make this shit up. Not only is this person a Sweet Baby Inc. employee, they're also an activist journalist. Yes, I know. Shocking. Really shocking. You can't believe it. It's wild and insane, right? So I got a really good laugh out of this. This is funny. You can't make this shit up. Like, this is crazy. This is how you can tell that Ubisoft is kind of scared about this game. And you know why they're scared about this game. They're scared for the reason that Craig from Side Scrollers here, the Side Scrollers podcast, says in this tweet, my insider told me that as of this morning at their nationwide big box chain, Assassin's Creed Shadows has less than 800 pre-orders combined for Xbox and PS5 company-wide. They have 900 stores. That is less than one pre-order per store. Yikes! And I think this is probably the truth because he was right about Star Wars Outlaws, and we got a lot of data to back that up. Though I hear claims now that it's actually selling good. So, who knows? I'm going to press X to doubt, though, since we know that in the UK it's not doing that well. And I can't imagine, it's one Western country it's doing good and the others it's doing poorly, but it's for some reason just doing incredibly well everywhere else. I don't think so. I think Star Wars Outlaws not in a good place, just like this game. That's why they're out here doing these desperate attempts to try to tell you that this game is fine and there's nothing wrong with it. There is no controversy, but if you think there is, you're probably racist. So let's talk about this employee because this is fascinating. So, in a most recent hit piece by the New York Times that appears to have been done in collaboration with Ubisoft, the outlet's Zachary Small cited a so-called Japanese consultant and translator who claimed that criticism of the game was being done by individuals in the West using translators and that the Japanese people were not upset with how the game only features Yusuke as a protagonist, but that he's depicted as a samurai. Hashimoto told the New York Times it was people in the West who were upset seeing Yusuke as a samurai. Small added that Hashimoto explained that many of the negative online comments written in Japanese appeared to have been roughly translated from English. Oh, really? Yeah, they got this expert. But then you find out from the person's LinkedIn, him, that they worked at Sweet Baby Inc. from February 2020 to April 2023. That's Sweet Baby Inc., man. They have their agents everywhere. Go there, get your train, get out there, destroy video games. And, this seems to be the way things are with this company because you look at the kind of articles they're putting out here. Here's one right here from that translator that the New York Times got with. This is from Grums, the Ubisoft expert from Sweet Baby Inc., that they cited to show Japan is cool with Assassin's Creed, has locked their account, but not before the Japanese found this. Hi, I wrote about Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and why acknowledging Japan's history of colonial rule is important to the discussion. Obviously, it doesn't cover everything. Feel free to read it. Shocking. Articles from Polygon, by the way. Featured article from Polygon. Not surprising. Here's another article from them that John Trent found that the translator for the New York Times wrote. How gay can you be in Dragon's Dogma 2? An investigation. I'm sure that this person is honest and has lots of integrity, someone you can believe, someone you can trust. I'm sure that they're not lying about all of their shit. We know they are. People have debunked this game left and right. There's a really hilarious Asmongold reaction video where he's reacting to this video where I think it's one person's talking in English and the other person's talking in Japanese, and they're going over all of the historical problems of the game and shit that just got wrong, like even the way that Yusuke is writing in a scroll, the way he's doing the Japanese symbols, like he's doing it from bottom up when he's supposed to be doing it from the top down. Like, it's just all kinds of little shit like this. And then they wonder why Japan is mad. You didn't do any work. Instead of hiring all these activist consultants that you got, like Thomas Lockley, maybe you should have invested in real ones, but they probably cost too much money, and they were probably too honest with you. So you went with the familiar, and you got your activist consultants, and they screwed the game up for you because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. The only thing they consulted you on was woke bullshit. And now you're paying for it. And if this game fails, I don't even know. Like, they're counting on this game to pick up all of their sales for the year. Because traditionally, this is a huge, huge game. Assassin's Creed, it's a major franchise. They used to come out every year, and then they wisely took a step back for quality, even though I don't see the quality. This game is going to be a buggy mess, I promise you, because it's just more UB slop. But funny how all this works. So if this game fails, man, how low do you think those stocks will go? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. What are your thoughts on what happens to Ubisoft if they have another AAA failure this year? What do you think about them hiring a Sweet Baby employee to be their accurate lore master for the New York Times? What are your thoughts? Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed to that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.